Baja with CoStar Real Estate. My name is Cid Chacon, and I am your real estate Sherpa in the Baja Sur, making sure every step you take is a solid one. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Today is November 10th at the time of filming. If you're watching this afterwards, thank you for joining us. And that said, what can I tell you guys? It was a wonderful weekend, truly, here in Cabo San Lucas. If you haven't been down lately, I encourage you to come and take a look and enjoy the wonderful weather. October is now behind us, and it was just filled with fishing tournaments and lots of great activities here in town. With that said, guys, let's get right to it. So I'm going to share my screen, and as I do that, I want to remind you, please feel confident to create an account at ReloToBaja.com if you haven't already. The information that is asked of you is exclusively used by my team and I to reach out to you and answer all of your questions, reply as quickly as possible. If you email us, our goal is to respond within 24 hours. If you call or you text me, I'll either respond immediately or give me an hour, especially if I'm doing a recording like this live right now, right? So with that said, guys, please have that confidence. If you want to join me as you're watching this and check out the hot sheet on your own, again, go to ReloToBaja. If it asks you to create an account, create one. Make sure to put in a password you'll remember. If you're logging in, you'll use the same email account that you created the account with. And if you don't remember your password, click on, forgot my password. But that said, once you get to ReloToBaja, click on the MLS search. Here you go to property search. Actually, this will just pop up automatically. Click on property search, and this will be the page that it'll take you to. And as a reminder on how to make the best use of your MLS search function here, we want to leave this completely wide open. We're not going to select any of the existing curated areas within the MLS. And I'd like to remind you that the MLS covers an area as far north as Santa Rosalia on the Sea of Cortez or Gulf of California, and the San Juanico Scorpion Bay area on the Pacific side, and all the way down to Los Cabos. So from the Pacific to the Sea of Cortez, we've got you covered. All right, guys. Now we're looking at any price because we want to look at everything that's brand new on the MLS in the last day. So any beds, any baths, property type, we're looking at houses and condos. And when it comes to the more tab, we want to leave this as open as possible. We really don't want to touch anything on here except for one thing, and that is time on site. So right here under new today, you're going to click on the new today, and that's it. That's all we're going to do. Unless you get a ridiculous number of new listings, right? Which maybe like today's 15. So I hope to be able to get through these as quickly as possible with you guys. Let me know if I go too fast. If I need to slow down, put that down in the comments, guys, and I'll be more than happy to take a little bit longer. But my goal is to not take more than 1 hour with these videos because I want to get as many, if not all of them in. Okay. So with that said, guys, let's get started. I've already pulled all of these up here, which is why you see all these open tabs. And we have some stuff from as little as $140,000 to as high as, what is this? $5.9 million. So let's take a look. Okay, so Diamante Golfia, we're starting on the high end here. Diamante Golfia. Now, I'd like to remind you, Diamante is a private gated community on the Pacific side as you're heading north, slightly leaving Cabo San Lucas. Basically, it's on the north end of Cabo, to be very, very clear. Diamante was originally, and that's, you can see this big polygon, this nice big kind of square right here. Diamante was originally kind of like designed to be where, major league athletes, football, baseball, basketball, this is where they would come in their off season to kind of relax, enjoy, and still get in some fun and activity. The original Links golf course, which you can see right here, was like in their top 40, top 30 for the world. And then this is Tiger Woods' very first golf course ever, El Cardonal, as well. He's already designed now the 9-hole executive course right here, which you can do double back-to-back and end up playing 18 holes. It's a quick nice little executive course. And he's doing their new 18-hole legacy course, which is all around in this general area right here as well. And it kind of breaks up into little subdivisions. They have, the Ocean Residence Club over here. They have all of these properties here that are oceanfront, and then these around here as well. The Oasis, I believe it's called, and they have this little subdivision up here, and then they're doing over here the legacy residences. So you have all these micro subdivisions, if you would, inside of Diamante. And in the center, as you can see, is this crystal lagoon. 10 acres, I think, is what it is, if I'm not mistaken. It's huge, with an amazing sports center right here. You got tennis, basketball, uh, swimming. It's just every pickleball and a phenomenal gym. It's all right there. As you can see, it's pretty big. I mean, in comparison, they're going to be doing baseball diamond. They're going to have all this other stuff right here. It's a phenomenal community for folks with family, to bring friends, et cetera, et cetera. So it is quite nice, very exclusive with some phenomenal golf courses. And currently, right now, they're having the Worldwide Technology Championship, a PGA tournament. It happens right here at Diamante. So it's quite an interesting place. I recommend you check it out, learn a little bit more about it, see if it's the right place for you, or send me a message. I'll be more than happy to give you more details on that. This property at $5.9 million, let's go into the photos here, is 5 beds, 5 baths, 6,800 plus square feet. I mean, and look at that. It just shows really nice. Beautiful pools. It looks like you have your own little putting green on site. Why wouldn't you have one? Ocean views. Look at that amazing wine little gallery they got going on. A little cava, as they say here in Mexico. That is gorgeous. And that is spectacular. Obviously, it looks like it's kind of an hacienda type feel as you walk in from the main entrance. This is your courtyard, and then you have, of course, your living room, dining room, which you can see past, and the pool and the ocean view horizon. Outdoor kitchens, gorgeous. Fairway views along with that. Beautiful fire pit. It's very elegant, clean, modern. Even if you're not a golfer, look at the artwork. I like it. It's tasteful. Um, Even if you're not a golfer, this can still be a phenomenal property for you. You're not too far from Cabo at all. You're looking at about a 20-minute drive once you leave the community, approximately 20 minutes to get to the marina. That includes some traffic. Obviously, it can be less if there's no traffic. Phenomenal clean lines, beautiful kitchen. They did an excellent job with the photographs here. Great aerial shot. Phenomenal idea to put in the solar panels there, and this gives you a great sense of what the property looks like. Its entry, you have two cars. You have your own little golf cart garage, and there you go. Nice view. This is an example of the pool area, the Crystal Lagoon, pickleball courts, basketball courts, tennis courts, swimming lanes. And that's all she wrote for the photographs. Wish they'd have shown the gym a little bit better, but there you go. So, modern luxury home overlooking the Dunes course at the Pacific Ocean Golfia 32 has been completely reimagined with timeless elegance. The Dunes course is their link style course. It was the first course inside of Diamante. Architectural intention and an effortless indoor outdoor lifestyle. This 5 bedroom, 4.5 bath residence offers approximately 5,000 square feet of interior living space, enhanced with thoughtful customization, refined finish work, and a serene design palette that feels both luxurious and welcoming from the moment you arrive. Custom steel and glass entry opens into a private interior courtyard, beautiful focal point, and inviting lounge area centered around a striking fire feature. This space sets the tone for the home, warm, intimate, and designed for connection. Soft lighting and the glow of the fire make it a beautiful setting for quiet mornings with coffee, sunset cocktails, or even with friends under a canopy of stars. I would agree. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. Um, they're pretty much going into describing what the property is, what the photos did an excellent job in doing. And let's see here. They don't show us what the HOA is, but we can find out. Let us know if this is a property that interests you. Please, let's look on to the next one. Okay, so we're at 1.2 million, just about 1.199. And now we're in the Cabo Corridor. Where is this exactly? Let's go take a look at the map. Okay, we're inside Cabo Bello. Now, we've talked about Cabo Bello before, and just to give you a sense again, Cabo Bello is just about 10 minutes into downtown and the main beach area. In comparison, what we were looking at just a moment ago, this is right here, Diamante, and you can see here's Cabo San Lucas. So, I mean, I can get them kind of both in the image. Diamante is over here on the Pacific side, and Cabo Bello is on the Sea of Cortez, inside the Cape almost, well, just outside the Cape of San Lucas, really, because this point right here marks the other end of the Cape. So right on the Sea of Cortez is where we're looking at. And in this example, Cabo Bello is a gated community, one of the first like custom home communities in that area. You would buy your lot and build your custom home here. And one of the key features is you have Cabo Bello Beach. Although no beach is private in Mexico, the access to this beach is through the community, and there really isn't a lot of parking for external folks, right? So it's not used really very much by folks that are coming from outside of the community at all. Um, and it is virtually your own private beach. Great for snorkeling, great for swimming, pet friendly. It is a really nice beach. Okay, let's take a look at this property right here. They wanted to give it a very elegant feel, which it has, right? This is the backyard area, pool area. 5 bedrooms, 7 baths. So kind of similar to the last one, except we're not on a golf course. You're going to save several $1 million here. There's your peekaboo view of the ocean. And remember, you're not too far from, and these actually, let's go back to these images. So, I mean, you have these balcony views, you have these wonderful, horizon line views. It looks like this may be the master bedroom as a little ensuite wet bar. They did an excellent job with this custom home. I think they made the best use of the space. Wonderful rooftop. Look at those. Okay, now this is a gorgeous view from the rooftop. I mean, that is Land's End, guys. And right here, I mean, if you were watching, for example, the Bisbee's tournament, which just happened last month, the largest black and blue fishing tournament in the world, you would have seen all of the fishing boats from here. You can also see a great view of the fireworks. That's the arch. You literally can see the famous hole in the arch, the drinking dragon, as the old pirates would call it. Three-car garage, corner unit. It's almost as if this street was just for you, but it isn't. But nonetheless, it's like this sits on a little island lot right here, right there. Right, this is it right here. So again, not too far, gorgeous views, great orientation. You're going to see some gorgeous sunsets with this property. All right, let's take a look at the details on it. Welcome to Casa G, a beautiful 5 bedroom, 6.5 bath home in the gated community of Cabo Bello. Fully remodeled in 2019, this home combines modern design with the warmth of Baja living. The open living spaces connect easily to sunny terraces with ocean views, ideal for relaxing or entertaining with 3 barbecue spaces one on each floor. The fully equipped rooftop deck is ready for sunset gatherings, and the home is surrounded by impeccable landscaping that enhances every view. Enjoy a private pool and jacuzzi, plus a three-car enclosed garage, perfect for storing your Baja toys, plus one covered carport. Each guest bedroom includes a private bath and thoughtful details, while the very spacious master bedroom features a spa style bathroom and access to the terrace with forever ocean views. Upgrades: automated remote controlled hurricane shutters, remote controlled pool equipment, sunshades for ground floor and second floor patio, generator to power the whole house. So, yeah, I mean, really, it looks like it's ready to rock and roll. I'm sure it's sold furnished. Let me see if it mentions that. Yes, sold furnished. So you're looking at a turnkey solution right here, guys. Not too shabby at all. HOA fees of only 273 a month. Okay, that's not bad at all. Again, remember, you get your own little virtually private beach right at your fingertips. What more could you ask for? And it is in a great location. You have Costco, Home Depot, Fresco, 24 hours Soriana, supermarket, all within immediate reach. I mean, 5 minutes or less away. So great, great, great location. All right, on to the next one. We find ourselves on the Pacific side. And let's take a quick look at the map and see exactly where we're at. Are we in Todos Santos? I think we are. Yep. We're on the other side. Remember, we've been talking about how this little green belt right here kind of marks the dividing line of Todos Santos. South of this is where you're going to find the historic downtown district with all the restaurants and shops you might expect, including all of the art galleries and, of course, the famous Hotel California. Now, once you cross this, you're on the other side, el otro lado, as they like to say here in Spanish. And this is on the north end, considerably the north end of Todos Santos. All right, let's take a look at if you can hear my cat. She has an opinion about the house. Let's take a look at this. So you can see right here there's some fencing done with some natural um, sticks, if you would. I don't know what else to call them. Palo arco is what they're calling it. It's a very strong iron like, very hard wood. Oh, that's interesting the way they did this with these hexagonal shapes. That backsplash. It's kind of cool. Gives it a modern feel, kind of like mountains, as if it was the mountain range, right? That you can see behind you. It's very interesting. It's modern yet minimalistic. Again, the polished cement floors, the polished cement, island, as you can see here, the polished cement countertops, very common in areas like this. And they did an excellent job because they made it look so elegant. Where in other properties, it just simply looks rustic. If this palm right there, frond, wasn't there, we'd be able to see the water better in that picture. That's a great little detail right here. Let some light in on the roof. It kind of reflects off the ceiling. That's a really nice little thoughtful detail. Those colorful tiles in the bathroom kind of gives it that español, that Spanish sense, that Spanish feel to it. Now, these are built-in bed frames, if you would, right? Which was very common in older Mexican construction, especially here in the Baja. And it looks like they incorporated that here, kind of keeping it simple. You just have to replace the mattresses. Look at that view. 850,000, 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,300 plus square feet. Here we find ourselves on the rooftop, and it looks like there's another bedroom up there. Look at that elevated lot. There you go. That's the one. All right. So let's take a look at what the details are. Casa Michelle is a beautiful 3 bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home located in the desirable El Posito neighborhood, just minutes from the beach. This newer built, fully furnished residence offers everything you need for relaxed Baja living, from spacious interiors to inviting outdoor areas with ocean views. Step inside and enjoy an open concept living dining and kitchen area, ideal for entertaining or family gatherings. The home also features a laundry room, multiple patios, and a rooftop viewing deck, perfect for sunsets over the Pacific. The primary bedroom suite is conveniently located upstairs, providing privacy and comfort, while the private pool offers the perfect spot to cool off on warm days. With modern amenities, full utilities, and a great layout, Casa Michelle makes an excellent primary residence, vacation getaway, or rental investment. Experience the charm, comfort, and views that make El Posito one of Todos Santos' most sought after areas. And as you can see on the map, it looks like, it could be an old satellite image, but, it looks like it's very much an up and coming neighborhood still. So I believe your equity here would definitely blossom over the next few years, 100%. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this one's very close at $800,000, but now we find ourselves back in the Cabo Corridor on the El Tizal hillside. And remember, the El Tizal hillside is a hillside that is very sought after by a lot of Americans and Canadians that are looking to own in Cabo San Lucas. As you can see right here, this is the Cape of San Lucas. And this hillside boasts these amazing views of the famous Lands End feature. You may not see the arch itself, that hole in the arch, but you will see the city lights views at night. You'll get a chance. You'll see the entire Cape of San Lucas, Land's End feature, and that's really that quintessential view that a lot of folks are looking for. This specific property is located almost at the top of the hill in the Ventanas Phase 3 area. I believe this is Phase 3B. And so let's take a look at it. Now, just to be very clear about this, it's located on the second row. Now, this means that this is an elevated street above this one still. And although there is construction going on in this area here and here, this view, because as you can see, they're angled, the houses are angled directly in the direction of the view, okay, which is this way. It's very likely to be kept. As a matter of fact, they well overlook these developments here very, very well. So nothing to worry about with that. Let's take a look at this. And there's your view, all of Land's End. Look at that. And this is from the ground floor at the pool area. There's your New York at night city lights view. I'm sure you can see the fireworks from here perfectly. And now we're on the second floor in the living area. The ground floor will have your bedrooms, okay, and garage space, pool area. Here off the second floor is your living room, dining room, kitchen area. That shows all of Land's End. There's your nice kitchen. It's a U-shaped kitchen with this big island. And of course, you do have a rooftop. So now let's go up. Oh, well, they didn't show us very much from the rooftop. Shame, shame. We were just there. 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,900 plus square feet, $800,000. Let's keep clicking, see if they take us back upstairs. These are the bedrooms. Nope, they did not. All right, but I'm sure it does. You found one of the nicest homes in Los Cabos. The views from all three levels are panoramic of Land's End and both the Bay and Cabo to the east and Esperanza more. When buyers are describing what they want in a home in Cabo and say view, this will sell them. The home itself is meticulously taken care of, gently lived in seasonally. You will not find a house 5 years young that shows this cleanly. Two great master suites, one up, one down, inverted floor plan too. The view, you can be waiting in the pool and have almost the same view as from the rooftop terrace. Terrace from the second floor, main living area completes fantastic living at every level. Bedrooms, kitchen, awesome island, private pool, elevated spa, perfectly placed in the backyard. All provide for the perfectly designed and built home. While you're at the home, I will also point out many features. They could have done a little bit work on the grammar. Okay, on the because it's having me read it all wrong. All right, but nonetheless, HOA fees are 5,900 pesos. Okay. So we're looking at just under $300 or right about there. Okay. At the $300 mark for the HOA fees. And you do have common areas. So let me show you, go back to the map real quick here. We'll go on hybrid. So, yes, the property does have its own pool, as you already viewed right here. However, right up here, all of this, and this is an old image, there is a pool right here with swimming lanes, shallower areas for kids. There's a huge jogging track that just goes all along here. You can enjoy that for jogging. You have a tennis court slash pickleball court as well. This is phenomenal. And the homeowners can get together and build a wonderful clubhouse right here with a gym. It's not included, but that is something that maybe you can vote on. And between all the homes and all the condos, it really will not be that much of a special assessment to get that done. But it is a wonderful. If that's not important to you and you choose not to vote against it, I don't care. I don't want it. That home alone is worth it. All right, let's move on to the next one. Casa Buena Vida, Calle Pulmo. Okay, so we are now in San Jose del Cabo in La Jolla. And oops, I didn't mean to do that. The La Jolla area is just as you enter into San Jose del Cabo. It's an elevated hillside here, so you definitely have some gorgeous views as you come off of Highway 1. This is the tourist corridor in between San Jose and Cabo San Lucas. Okay, and just to give you a sense again of where we're at, this is Costa Azul Beach, which is one of the 3 surf breaks that you will find in between San Jose and Cabo San Lucas. So if you're a surfer, this is one of the spots you want to be at. There's some great restaurants right here on the beach, such as Zippers. And then you have the Crystal Hotels and all these other resorts right here. There's great restaurants in all of these little places right here. And you can easily access the La Jolla residences right here at the very, very back. They do have some tennis courts slash pickleball courts that you can have some fun at. And because of the way they designed this subdivision, you will have some views from here, and you're not too far from downtown San Jose. This is right here. Immediately, you're in the hotel zone. Wonderful restaurants throughout this street right here. Inside this little triangle, you do have another shopping center with supermarket. You have another supermarket across the way. Super easy peasy to get to. And if you want to get to downtown historic San Jose del Cabo, it's right there. I'm sure you can get there within about 10 minutes after leaving your home if you lived in La Jolla. So it's a great spot, really. Let's take a look at the house. Seems to be a very private house. Lots of privacy. And here's where you're starting to get some views. This is the second floor. I can see some water. This image doesn't do the best job with it. Now, although this isn't a newer build, as you can tell by the stucco textured walls, it's very well kept and elegant. There's your ocean views right there. Warm and inviting. They've kept it quite contemporary. That's a great word to describe this home. You know, these palapa roofs right here, they are extremely resilient and they add a great touch, especially to kind of remind you of where we are, right? We are in the tropics, 100% below latitude 22. 795,000, 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, just over 3,000 square feet. And this is our rooftop terrace. Although small, it gives us phenomenal views of the ocean. Lots of wonderful carpentry here. They did an excellent job with all of these photos, truly. Casa Buena Vida, two-car garage. And there you go. Yep, not too shabby. Man, they did take a good set of pictures. You got your I think that's it. You got your solar panels as well. All right, guys, let's go on to the details. Nestled within the highly sought after gated community of La Jolla, this 2,400 square foot, two-story hacienda style home features two bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It offers abundant natural light, exquisite woodwork accents, exceptional privacy, and partial ocean views of the Sea of Cortez. Designed with a reverse floor plan, the main level includes two spacious bedrooms that open directly into a serene poolside sanctuary surrounded by mature landscaping, perfect for relaxing in the shade. Upstairs, you'll find an expansive open concept living area, a newly renovated kitchen, and a 200 square foot shaded patio, ideal for outdoor dining and entertaining while enjoying the views. From the charming breakfast patio, a rustic steel staircase leads to the rooftop terrace where you can take in panoramic vistas or start your day with morning yoga. Casa Buena Vida offers a fully fenced yard, a large two-car garage, and additional driveway parking. This inviting home comes furnished with some exclusions and includes hurricane shutters, solar backup for added peace of mind. Residents of La Jolla enjoy low HOA dues, tennis courts, and 24-hour gated security. Conveniently located near the surf beach, shopping, restaurants, the marina, and historic San Jose del Cabo, this property represents a rare opportunity to own in La Jolla for well under 1 million. Yep. As you heard me say before I read that, I agree. This is for the year, HOA fees for the year. So you're looking at about, let's just say it's closer to, let's say $1,600, approximately $1,600 for the year. So it's a little over $100 a month. That's not too shabby at all, right? For that community. All right. The tax amount, again, ignore that. This will be reassessed at time of transfer of ownership. And for property like this, I would say it's closer to about $1,600 a year in property taxes. Ironically, it's virtually the same as the HOA fees. So not too bad at all. All right, let's go on to the next one. Cabo Corridor. All right, where in the Cabo Corridor? I think this is in Santa Carmela. Oh no, we're back in Cabo Bello again. So a bigger difference here is that this is the main road, Paseo Cabo Cabo Mil, as they say properly in Spanish, and it comes right down through the entire subdivision right here. This is the main entry. This is where the guardhouse is at, and as you can see, this road just kind of leads and oh, meanders, meanders all the way down to the beach. Okay, and this puts you at about 1 to 3 blocks down from the beach, not too far at all. I suppose you could walk it down if you wanted to. Let's take a look. This is in a cul-de-sac. 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,400 plus square feet. Now, Cabo Bello does have, because they took tremendous care to make use of the natural terrain of the original, large master planned subdivision here. And it does have these nice little ravines that are very well. They have a lot of endemic, trees in there, like local trees and all. So that's what you see or saw right there is like this view of a forest almost. I call it a desert forest because it's amazing how thick it can become, and that's what you see right here, palm trees and oh, look at all that. I mean, I'm sure the birds, if you like listening to the birds, see that right there. It's almost like you're like a little ravine right there that gives you a tremendous amount of privacy, even from the other side. Um, yeah, you compromise. There's no views. You're not going to have any ocean or water views, but you are inside of Cabo Bello, this wonderful community with your virtual private beach, as we discussed earlier, as we viewed the first property inside Cabo Bello. 700,000, 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,400 plus square feet. Again, the beach. This is the home right there. Now, keep in mind the average days on market for most properties is 9 months. There is the outlier. And this home, clearly, I mean, at $700,000, it's going to be tough for them because you have a lot of competition at $700,000 that is going to be offering 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths, and likely with a gorgeous view. What can I tell you? Maybe not the same square footage, but there you go. Casa Tita is a charming Mexican inspired home situated in the coveted beachfront community of Cabo Bello, showcasing a distinctive details and warm character throughout. This beautifully kept residence offers a true sense of tranquility. Enjoy peaceful walks to the beach and take in stunning sunset views from your private terrace. Framed by lush palm trees, the home features 3 bedrooms, including a spacious primary suite with an extended terrace. Perfect for relaxing around a fire pit or unwinding in a jacuzzi. 2 of the 3 bedrooms are conveniently located on the main level, providing comfortable, stair free living. Every detail of the property reflects exceptional care and upkeep. Recent upgrades include a newly installed biodigester system, backup generator, hurricane shutters, a meticulously maintained and offered fully furnished artwork negotiable. This home represents an incredible value at only 233 US dollars per square feet. So, yeah, it is a good value for the community. And HOA fees for the year, $6,300 is what we're talking about here. I'm sorry, dollars. Yeah, it is dollars. We'd have to confirm it, but I believe that is dollars. All right, let's move on to the next one. So here we are at Cabo Corridor, Valle del Sol. I think this is the first time that we've done a Valle del Sol property on the hot sheet or even on the MLS up to this moment so far, which is quite interesting. So let's take a look at this property. Now, to give you a sense of where Valle del Sol is located, it is on the El Tizal hillside. As you see this line right here, this is a dirt road. It does become paved as you come down past this intersection here. Let's call it the 5 points, like in New York. And there is already, they've expanded a paved road. I don't know if it goes all the way to this 5 point intersection, but it does come about here. Most folks usually veer off and they take the dirt side road right here and then they go up there. Now, this is again on the El Tizal hillside, so you will have easy access to Costco, Soriana 24-hour supermarket. There's a variety of restaurants on the hillside as well. It's a very well self-contained hillside. Access to Walmart, Home Depot is easy as well. And if you really wanted to get into downtown, it'll probably take you closer to about 15 odd minutes, maybe just slightly a little more depending on traffic because it's way up here on the hillside. Okay. Now, Valle del Sol also boasts one of the nicest restaurants on this hillside as well, called Torote. And I'm sure they'll feature it here in these photos. Now, one of the things Valle del Sol, when it was created and designed, was they wanted you to feel like you're in this, I don't know how to describe it, but like an older Mexican town almost, right? Look at these houses. Look at this is by design. All of the houses have this sense. The developer offered different models to choose from when you built these. Now, this is an example of a variation that they did here. I think these guys even bought a larger lot than normal. They created more of an hacienda courtyard space. So this is a very rare and unique, I think, build inside of Valle del Sol. 640,000, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3,300 plus square feet. Excuse me. This is Valle del Sol right here. And that's all she wrote for those photographs. All right, let's take a look at this. Welcome to Valle del Sol, an exquisite retreat at the apex of Cabo San Lucas, where luxury meets tranquility in a ranch style community, ideal for those seeking something beyond the ordinary. This development offers the perfect blend of privacy and community. Choose a single level hacienda model or a 2-story farmhouse, each with 4-bedroom option available. Then customize your interior and exterior spaces to ensure a one of a kind property you'll love coming home to. Within the community, you'll find a horse corral and stables, petting and feeding zoo for farm critters, pickleball, an award winning restaurant, and a chapel, all surrounded by Cabo's natural beauty and world famous views of Land's End. So, with that said, it looks like this is developer inventory, not a resale. That's what they're implying with this description. Interesting, because they don't list it as like pre-construction. Hmm. If this is something that appeals to you, let me know and we can find out. We can go into more details. I'm surprised the developer still has some inventory left to offer. I thought they were completely sold out. They might just be offering the final inventory. HOA fee of $117. I'm sure that's per month. Let's move on to the next one. All right. Okay, so now we're back on the Pacific side, and we find ourselves where on the Pacific we are still north of Todos Santos on the other side, as they say, Calle Telmex, right? We've seen that street quite a bit. Again, here's our little green belt, and we find ourselves up here. Now, because of where we find ourselves right up here, you have these like soft meandering little, texture to the terrain here. So you have some nice little elevations that could really keep your views for you. Let's take a look at where this is at. Casa Hermano. So again, we're looking at polished cement floors, polished cement countertops and islands. Looks like it's a nice size lot, by the way. 435,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,250 plus square feet. I like the way they finished this stucco. It's not like smooth, but it's a smoothened, refined kind of stucco feel to it. It makes it look like almost like an Adobe type finish. That's really cool. Very simple, but yet elegant. And that's all she wrote for the photographs. Let's take a look at the description. Completed in 2023, Casa Hermano is a fully furnished, beautifully designed home located in the quiet neighborhood of La Orcadita. Surrounded by open desert, ocean views, and only a few neighboring homes, the property has a proven history of both short term and long term rentals, making it ideal as a full time residence, vacation home, or income generating investment. This 3 bedroom, 2 bath home features 20-foot ceilings, an open floor plan, and abundant natural light with views of both the mountains and the sea. The shared bathroom includes a bathtub, and the primary suite offers a double-headed shower, private toilet room. Completed in 2023, Casa Hermana is a fully furnished, fully designed home located. Okay, it's repeating itself. It seems like. Let's continue down here. Da, da, da. Okay, year built 2022, tax amount, let's ignore that. So this is a 1/4 acre lot just about, so 1,000 square meters. It looks like it has quite a bit of space yet. They didn't do, I wish they would have done a little bit better with the photographs and really kind of shown off the lot itself. They just didn't really do that. To give you a sense of the grandeur of the size of the lot and the size, because I mean, right here from this photograph, I see some space here. So you could either add a little casita, add a pool area, an enclosed garage, et cetera, et cetera. This looks like again, they said single story, right? So with that said, yeah, single story open floor. So if it's a single story, you could easily add a rooftop, a second floor. It's just so much you can do with this property. Let's take a quick look at the map and see if the satellite image gives us a better. No, it does not. But that's about it. That's all she wrote, and they really didn't showcase that. They didn't. I don't believe that they enabled the roof as a rooftop deck area at all on this property. So yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. So we find ourselves back in Cabo San Lucas again on the El Tizal hillside, but now inside a community called Camino del Mar, as the name here on the property implies. They've named it after that. And just to give you a sense of where Camino del Mar is located, see that I'm pulling out right here on the map. This is just east of the Cabo San Lucas Country Club. There's a riverbed right here. And then on the opposite side of that is this master plan community right here with multiple little subdivisions. You have this one right here. This is the Camino del Mar. Then you have uh, the Echo Park, if you would, right here, the Del Mar School. And then there's new subdivisions in here going in like Cian. You have Solara Del Mar. And then you have also, this is no longer here. You now have what is called the Velas Sunset, the Vista Vela Sunset subdivision going on. And again, this is the famous farm to table restaurant El Huerto. And it's a great location because you can just continue down this road and here's your Walmart and here's your beach. I mean, that it's that close, right? So easy access to the beach, the marina, downtown Cabo San Lucas. Phenomenal location. And you got some great views. Don't let this fool you. You have elevation here, okay? This is going all uphill from in this property. So let me show you the images. Now, this being a home, it likely has a rooftop deck that they've enabled. Let's confirm that in these photographs. Nice little backyard. Looks like they have the Starlink sitting out there. You could put in a nice little dipping pool back there, and here's your rooftop deck, and you can see Land's End from the rooftop. Again, they could have done a better picture with that photograph right there. This was a zoom in, but they do have a great little kids pool area right there, although adults do use it as well because it is the only pool in the community, Cabo del Mar. This you can see it a little bit better right here. You have this little grassy area for the kids. You have the slides. This is the deeper section. I think it's about 3 feet deep. And I think that's pretty much all she wrote for these. I love how they interlaced the common area pool and kids areas with the house. And that's it. All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the description here. Two-story home with ocean arc and city lights views. Cabo San Lucas. Live the Cabo Coastal lifestyle in this 2,100 plus furnished two-store home offering 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a perfect blend of comfort, elegance, and Baja charm. Set in a gated and guarded community, this home enjoys mountain and city lights views, plus an iconic ocean arch view from the yard and rooftop terrace. Inside, a bright, open concept layout flows seamlessly to an alfresco dining patio beneath a shade pergola. Surrounded by a landscaped wall yard for privacy, the gourmet kitchen features granite counters, custom backsplash, stainless steel appliances, gas stove, and kitchen bar, perfect for entertaining. Pocket terrace doors, mini split AC, ceiling fans, recessed lighting add comfort throughout the home. The primary suite. The primary suite opens to a private patio and an ensuite with a walk-in shower. Rooftop terrace captures panoramic views of the famed arch, the Pacific Ocean, desert mountains, and twinkling city lights. I believe that it does. They just didn't really show that too well in the photographs, but I believe that it does. I would want to confirm its specific location within the community. I hope the pin is in the right place in that respect. And if it is, if this is the right location, here's what's really cool about this. Your backyard, okay, if this is the right pin, your backyard right here, this little right here, there's like this island walkway that your backyard will have a gate that allows you to walk out right here, and you can walk your pets, your dogs, right along here, right? Obviously, pick up after your animals. But yeah, you can walk them right here and come right back into your backyard. Makes it super easy. It's as if you had your own private, semi-private dog park right here and this space in between the homes, which is phenomenal. Easy access down to the pool area. And from here, as you can see, your line of sight, let's call that your view corridor, would allow you to look directly, which is probably the reason why they took so many pictures. It seemed like they were angling down from the house and the rooftop of the pool area. That means you would have these phenomenal views that look in this direction. And although there are pads that are yet to be built, this is considerably lower in elevation, so your views would be kept. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. All right, let's go on to. Oops, I did not mean to click on that button. If there's anything else here, they didn't mention the HOA fee. Let's ignore the tax because it'll be reassessed. And on something like this, it'll be closer to $750 odd on the high end. Let's go on to the next one. All right. So again, Cabo San Lucas, and where is this? Okay. I think this is called Casablanca. So this is on Highway 19. Highway 19 is the road that will lead you, basically. Highway 1 touches and becomes Highway 19 as it goes up the Pacific side, okay? And goes up to Todos Santos, Cerritos Beach, Pescadero, as you see right there, et cetera, et cetera. And so now we're really kind of on the Pacific side as we start to leave Cabo San Lucas, if you would. You're still very close to shopping. There's a ton of, like right here, this is the mall of Cabo San Lucas Mall right here. And then you have a second mall over by the marina, which is this one. So you have two malls in the area. This is the first one right up here. Movie theater, AutoZone, Carl's Jr., gasoline station, banks, supermarket, two gymnasiums. Of course, you have all of these. You have a food court. You have, shopping, everything you want to do right there, basically, like you would expect at a mall, right? And then right here is this gated community that we have. All right. Now, this is specifically, there's a line right here. I want to make point of this. This line right here separates this community from this community. And this is a gated community. It's in itself. These may be private streets, if you would. Okay. So it's a little different. But let's take a look at this. So 361,000. Now this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and this is an end unit, and it's a fairly spacious property. Basically, you could say that all of this, including this tree, is part of your property here. All of that right there. Come on. So yeah, you see this line right here? From here this way is all you, right? So you do have at least 2 cars can fit in there. You can enclose it, put in a door. It has a very spacious backyard. You could put in a pool here. Nice barbecue area. Finish outfitting it. And a pool shouldn't run you more than about, on the high end, 50 grand for a nice little pool, heated even, with a caldera. Now, across the street, it looks like there's an empty lot there. I'd have to confirm if that's still a developer lot. They could still build a home there. It could affect this specific view. But if it's a common area, it's likely to stay that way. All right. That's all she wrote. House for sale, privada residencial. This is Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is the name of the gated community. Live with comfort and privacy in this furnished and equipped home, featuring spacious areas, excellent layout, and peace of mind in a gated community. Features 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, TV area, living room, dining area, and equipped kitchen, porch and balcony, laundry area, and machine room, covered parking for 2 cars, solar water heater, 10,000 liter cistern. Remember, that's the in-ground water reserve, and 1,200 liter water tank, which goes on the roof. The lot size is about 188 square meters, so you're talking about almost 2,000 square feet. Lot construction is 200 square meters, so you're looking at just over about 2,200 square feet of construction. The way they designed it. Payment options cash, or you can get bank financing, free of liens, ready for title transfer. And what is the HOA on this one? HOA fee. This is 1,800 pesos paid monthly. So you're looking at just about $100, $100 a month for the HOA. Yes, you do have private gated security there. All right, let's move on to the last one, guys. And we're wrapping it up with the final two. Here we find ourselves, okay, Marea. Now, this is in the heart of downtown Cabo San Lucas, and it is a phenomenal location. You may not have like these amazing views of the water. You likely not from your condo. However, there are not private, but common area rooftops that those that do not have a private rooftop can access. So these are common area rooftop areas that they might have a hot tub up there, a little barbecue area that you can enjoy, and the location is amazing. I gotta tell you. Now you see this lot right here. All right. This is where the subdivision is located. Immediately in front of it is City Club. Now, this is like a Costco. It's a Mexican brand, a City Club made by Soriana, and they have just about everything you can think of in there. So you got shopping right there immediately. If you go across the street, you have restaurants all right here as well. Okay. More restaurants right here. You have banks as well. You have veterinarians as well. Here's another bank. You have shopping for the ladies as well. Restaurants line this street right here. Okay, restaurants line this street right here and this street right here. And again, there's even immediate restaurants immediately next door, and a great coffee shop, great breakfast place. I mean, you are surrounded by restaurants and amenities, truly. And this is the main drag right here. As you turn right here, there's going to be more restaurants, little bars, all of that. And if you wanted to go to the beach, watch this. You just go 1, 2, 3 blocks, bam, you're there. You're walking distance to the beach. This is a phenomenal location. This is great for both personal use, vacation rental, or long-term rentals. I would argue, personal use and vacation rentals is where you want to keep it. They have a great pool. They have a gymnasium as well, underground covered parking. It is really, really nice. Let's take a look at the photographs here. Okay, so this particular condo faces away from the center and shows you these great views. What is that? Oh, yeah, this is recently built building. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So you can see these are the hotels that line the beach. Okay. You're just walking distance. Here's your gym. There's your pool. And I think that's it for the photographs. All right, let's take a look at the description. A unique opportunity in the heart of Cabo San Lucas, magnificent 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath condo with the best price on the market. Perfectly located, just steps from the marina, Madonna Beach, shops, and restaurants. This condo is fully furnished, tastefully decorated, and equipped, ready to move in or rent as an excellent investment opportunity. Amenities include a large swimming pool, gym, barbecue terraces, event lounge, and 24-hour security in a warm and impeccably maintained community. Live like you're on vacation every day at Marea Los Cabos. Yeah, you'll probably feel that way. I mean, you just step out of the complex, out of the development, and boom, you're in the heart of everything. HOA fee. So we're looking at just under $300 a month HOA, and you're living in the heart of Cabo San Lucas. All right. And here's our final one, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today as we wrap it up with this last one at $240,000. This, again, is located on the El Tizal hillside, not too far from the actual Highway 1. So, I mean, if there was a negative, one could argue that maybe it's some of that road noise, which becomes kind of like a white noise, if you would, which may help some sleep, right? You want to think positively. But here you go. You have Home Depot, Fresco's right there, and here's Costco, easy to get to. Now, what is great about this location is you just come up this road right here, you come down, and boom, you get on this bridge, and you're able to head towards San Jose del Cabo. Also, you can come down this road and hit this surfing beach called Monuments Beach. You have the Cape, a Thompson Hotel, Sunset Mona Lisa, Jazz on the Rocks is all right down here, which is phenomenal. You have more restaurants right here, hospital right here as well. Or you can come down the road this direction and enjoy all of the amenities that you'll find here, including Costco, gasoline station, 24-hour supermarket Soriana, Cabo Grill, and right here in this little shopping center, multiple restaurants, more restaurants right here. There's a new plaza as well, seafood restaurant right here on this intersection. I mean, what can I tell you? And then get into downtown Cabo San Lucas and the marina. So that is great, truly. So the location is phenomenal. That I will agree 100%. This view, however, may not be guaranteed over time. Okay. It is possible that something can be built on this lot right here in front of you, and that would ultimately block your view. In the meantime, you got it. It's free. It's not included in the price. That's what I would tell you. All right. $240,000, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,165 square feet. As you can see clearly by this image, they've already built something here, and there is another lot directly in front of it. Like this building here got blocked by this building there. You could get blocked by something as well right here. So again, you're buying location, not view. Enjoy it while you have it. That's not a bad thing, in my opinion. For $240,000, it is a great, great location. It will rent out long term. It will still rent out Airbnb. Okay. And I mean, you want to hit that famous 1% per month. We're looking at around $2,400 a month is what you want to make on this gross. Can you do that? Renting it out 24 nights at $100 a month? It's possible, right? Maybe if you had to rent it out a little bit higher. Again, that's 12% per year. If you're okay getting a slightly lower gross return on investment, then you can play with the numbers. I would argue that the highest, being conservative, 70% rental penetration on a 30-day month, you're looking at 21 nights approximately. At $100 a night, you're making $2,100 per month as opposed to 24, right? And if you do the math on that, times 12 over the 2,400, it's a 10.5% gross return on investment. Okay, not too shabby. Now, consider the fact that you're also going to be making an equity increase here of at minimum 6, on the high end 9% yearly equity increases. If we take an average between that, let's say 7.5, add that to the 10.5, you're looking at a good 18% annual ROI between the equity increases and your rental. Again, this is all speculative. Again, so assuming that you're able to do a 70% penetration on a 30-day month, 21 nights approximately at $100. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me again on this one. It is always my pleasure to have you join me. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please put your comments downstairs. downstairs, down below in the comment section, and let me know if there's anything specific that you want to check out that I can help you with. Please always feel confident to reach out. I would love to share more with you guys, but I'm not sure you're following. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and, of course, the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our episodes. And thank you again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.